Welcome to this week's episode of Sportsman's Journal. Tyler and I are really excited to share with you something that we're going to be doing today, a tried, true, and traditional tactic.
That's right. We're going to be doing slip bobbers for walleyes, one of the best techniques to catch dog days of summer walleyes they're hungry, but they don't want to chase anything.
Yeah, it's hot.
They kind of want to be spoon-fed.
Yeah.
And there's no better technique to do it than a slip bobber. It keeps that bait in strike zone for a long time.
Absolutely.
We're gonna talk about that, amongst other things.
Yeah. And slip bobbers, I feel like, you start as a kid using a bobber, and then when you want to be relaxed and just kind of lazy in the boat, you can use a slip bobber.
It's definitely not a power technique to catch walleyes, but it's a technique that catches a lot of walleyes.
It is, yes, absolutely. So remember earlier today when I was trying to get you to just help me decide on my hat?
Yeah.
Well, I made a decision.
That was a long conversation. Oh boy. So you went Western.
I went with a feel-good, fun vibe.
That's right. There's definitely a vibe going on with that hat. If there's anybody who can pull it off, it's probably you.
Thanks. We're going to have a great time in the boat today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
This segment of Sportsman's Journal is brought to you by Coleman Insect Repellents.
One thing that we're looking for here to hold most of the fish in midsummer when we're fishing now, we're looking for kind of main lake or deep water flats. Now deep water is a relative term, but on this particular lake that we're fishing, we're looking anywhere between 15 and 18, 15 and 20 foot. But it needs to be flats, and on these flats, as you can see, there's big boulders right here, and those fish are hanging right in between 2 or 3 big boulders and the flat. See that walleye right there hanging right in between 2 big boulders, right at the peak, which is about 15 foot. And that's perfect for what we want to do. The other thing why slip bobbers excel at this is because those fish are in a really tight spot. So you need a presentation that can stay there for a long time. Crankbaits aren't going to work. Vertical jigging's tough because this water is really, really clear. So slip bobber, we're able to keep the boat away from the location, cast into it, put that leech that we're going to be using today, the presentation right in their wheelhouse, and it stays there for a long period of time. A lot of other presentations, you can't do this. Just got done spot locking us. We got the wind coming so it's to our backs if we're looking away from you. But I got the nose of the boat set up right into the wind, and that puts us at the back of the boat, kind of right where we mark those fish. So presentation will be pretty simple for us. We just got to pitch it out there, get it in front of their noses. But boat control with any type of angling is probably the most important thing to remember, is how you position yourself in order to catch the fish. In this body of water, it's really clear, so the fish can see 10, 15 feet, so we don't want to be right on top of them. We don't want to spook them. Oh, here we go. Bobber down. Way out there, hon.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Feels good. That was textbook.
Do you want me to get the net?
If you want to, you can. I mean, it's a nice one, but I don't think it's a monster.
A donkey?
Yeah, I don't think it's a donkey. Oh, wow, maybe it is.
Ooh.
It's fighting good, huh? Textbook on the way that bobber went down, nice and slow. That kind of gives it away that it's a walleye. If it's a bass or something, they'll come in like, and it'll kind of bounce around. The walleye kind of comes up and just takes her down one slurp. Oh, wow,
there
look at that.
Go.
Dandy. Right in the top snouter.
Perfect. And I'll let you take over and watch my bobber.
Yeah, get back on your bobber deer.
Yeah.
The doubles are a frequent thing with the old slip bobber rig. Let's take a look at this beautiful fish. Wow. Let's take a look. Yes. Is that a gorgeous fish or what? Holy cow.
That is shiny.
She's got a belly on her. Right? Perfect. Top jaw. Pop her out of there somehow. Those hooks are sharp. Right out of there. Beautiful walleye. Starter fish, hon.
That always feels good.
Yes, it does.
Let's
Was that a little 19-incher? Just a pork chop of a fish.
pork chop.
Beautiful. Let the knot get to the
yours
float.
Just got to yours.
I just got there. We're sitting. Oh, look it.
Oh.
Nice. Now how come mine's not going down?
There we go.
What do I got to do different?
Next cast out.
I know. Is that a good fish?
Feels
Ooh, yeah.
about the same, maybe a little bigger. I tightened up my drag a little bit, so
Good.
give myself a little
Yeah,
more.
look
Whoa!
at that. Holy cow, what do you got there?
Oh, it's a walleye.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, it's a good walleye.
If my bobber goes down, you're gonna hear about it later.
Woohoo!
Oh, wow, that's a nice one, hon. Good job, Sarah.
I'm just gonna turn them in to you, and there we go.
Nice.
In the bag.
It's almost too easy. You got it?
Slip bobber walleye fishing is so much fun. All you have to remember is, I mean, you can relax a little bit more in the boat. You just have to remember that when the fish hits, you got to give it a little bit before you set the hook.
Don't panic and get all excited with it. You wanna.
And then you want to do kind of a sweeping hook set, just because those hooks are pretty small, or the ones we're using are anyways. So you don't want to yank it out of his mouth.
No, and we're getting perfect hook sets
And
every
then
time.
And then you bring them in and show them off, just
Look at
like that.
That's a dandy, hon.
Look at the
Nice.
sparkle color on that guy.
We want to show you a little bit more about how we're rigging up our leech. So we got a nice selection of leeches there. So you can see he's got a skinny end, and then he gets a little bit fatter, and then on his tail he has a suction right there. That is not where you want to put the hook through. So that's actually his tail. You want to put the hook closer to the head end, so that when you're swimming, when he's swimming, it looks more realistic. Instead of he's pulling away, he's actually swimming with your hook, so it has more of a realistic look. And that walleye's gonna come up and just.
There you go. Nice.
That's a fish.
Yeah. What do you got there?
Whoa.
Decent.
Pulled some drag.
Do you need the net?
Pulled some drag. I'll let you know in just a minute.
Okay. So I can stay out there.
Oh. It's a walleye.
Is it? Okay.
It's a decent walleye.
Yeah. I get to be your net man.
And that
Oh wow. That's
was a
pretty
hungry
one.
fish.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Like my bobber got to my knot and boom.
Yeah. Oh wow. Bring it right in.
Look at that.
Nice. Nicely done, Sarah.
Thank you.
And the one thing I want to point out today is that you need to you gotta look the part. You gotta have the cowboy hat.
Yeah, it's like party in a boat.
Yeah, it's like a party in a boat. Look at that.
Slip bobber, party in the boat. Look at that.
That's pretty. I do like, it looks good on you though, huh?
Thanks. See, if you
You
wear a
can-
cowboy
you can
hat,
pull that off.
you catch fish.
I can't pull that off.
I'm just saying. And we're gonna let this one back. Go tell your buddies it was fun.
Let's take a quick look here. I'm gonna show you exactly how Sarah and I have our slip bobbers rigged. The first thing you need to do is grab your slip knot. So you put that through the end of your line, and then make sure you take that plastic tube and push it back out the way it came. And once you get that pushed out, your knot slides right on there, and then you can adjust that later. Next thing you want is a bead. Little tiny bead, and the number one reason for that is that keeps that knot from bashing into the tip of the bobber, so you don't get it stuck in there and it doesn't get frayed. Next step, your bobber. Northland light bite slip bobbers. These are the best. Number one reason why, they have a brass grommet at the top, and that allows for your line not to eat into the top of your plastic of the bobber here, or sometimes these are wood. It starts to wear and tear inside that. You're gonna get stuck. So when you cast out, your line's not gonna slip or slide as easy. Pull your tag end out. Next thing I like to do is put my hook on next. And this is a live bait. This is a size 2 Northland glow hook. And this is a chartreuse color. I think Sarah's got pink on her, of course. Tie that on there real quick. Okay, so you got your hook on. The last thing is your split shot. This is very important because you don't want it too heavy to pull that bobber down, and you don't want it too light where your bobber is not gonna maybe stand up all the way. I like to put that anywhere between probably 10 to 12 inches above it, and you wanna pinch that down. You get her all pinched up. Once you have your tag lines cut, you're gonna set that at your desired depths. We're gonna be fishing probably around anywhere from 14 to 16 foot today. And then we're gonna set this to our proper depth here in a second, but that's all the rig is. You got your knot, you got your bead, you got your slip bobber, you got your split shot, and you got your hook. Simple as that. There you go, you got one.
Yeah, look at that. I got a fish on it and it hasn't even. Oh my gosh, it just connected. Wow.
I'm debating, should I go out there or should I net your fish? I'll net your fish.
You guys see that? That was crazy. I mean,
You're right in the spot.
they're right in the zone, and that wind is just taking it, and that leech is doing the work for you. And you want to be patient when you set the hook, when you're using that live bait on those slip bobbers. Whether it's a minnow or a leech like we're using, you want to give it a couple seconds for that fish to take that bait in. Otherwise, you're just gonna yank it out.
Yep.
And that timing worked for me. I didn't even have to do anything.
No,
then.
you were just you.
Soon as
you
it
said you
connected
drifted
it.
right. You wanted to cast a little ahead of where they're hanging, and
Yeah.
right into that spot, and then there they are. That is another 19-inch walleye, hon.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Woohoo!
This is fun.
Yeah.
You know what the
This
other
is-
nice thing is?
This is a relaxing
It is.
type of fishing.
You get to watch kind of everything. That's the nice thing. You get to watch the fish hit by the signal of your bobber going down, so you know there's a fish there. So you get a little more amped up. You get to anticipate it, and then you let them take it. It's just a cool thing. I like slip bobber fishing.
It is a nice technique to
I'm gonna go
use.
catch one right in your spot.
And the thing is you don't have to have a lot of experience with it. The only thing you have to remind yourself, especially if you're new, is just give it time to take the bait in, then you set the hook.
Yep.
And don't give it a really hard
Right.
yank because you're gonna pull it out of the mouth. So just kind of a sweeping hook set, and look at that.
We had a nice little frenzy. I got my bobbers down right now. I'm gonna give it to 3, reel up the slack, set the hook.
You got another one?
Yeah,
Oh my.
they are right off the tip of that tree and maybe 10 feet to the right. That's the only place where they're hanging. And that's what's awesome about the slip bobber, is kind of like fishing accuracy, is you can put that leech right where it needs to be and it stays in the strike zone for a long period of time. It suspends right there because of the bobber.
And what else is kind of nice is the leech does the work for you.
The leech is just down there swimming along, all natural. And those walleyes can't resist it, especially midsummer like this. Look at that fish. Is that beautiful or what?
You
I
bringing them
love
to
it.
me?
I'm gonna bring them to you right
I
now.
hope so.
There you go. Thank you.
There you go,
You
sir.
better get a leech on it.
I know. I'm trying here.
So a lot of baits that would run right through there really fast, a crankbait, or if you're jigging, you know, you're moving that bait and it's only in a strike zone for a couple seconds. We talk about this all the time, the strike zones. Those walleyes don't want to chase. They don't want to go a long ways to eat right now because right now the water temp is what, 73? So it's about peak of what it's going to be for the year. So they don't want to exert a lot of energy to chase down prey. So if you kind of put it right in front of them, almost like you're spoon feeding them. That is the beauty and the simplicity of the slip bobber rig. Helps catch a lot of fish. That's another dandy right there. Wow.
This segment of Sportsman's Journal is brought to you by Badger Sportsman Magazine, #1 in the Midwest since 1943.
There's good bend in that rod.
Yeah, that was a little bit better. Definitely some head shakes.
You think it's a walleye?
Whatever it is, it's staying down.
Staying down.
There we go.
Ooh, ooh. I'm here.
It's a
Oh,
nice
that's a
one.
nice one. Wow.
Woo.
Nice job.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what the size is, you know, at first with the
longer
I
rod,
think with
yeah.
the rod, longer rod, and then
I tell you what,
Flimsier
when that
tip.
sun comes out, it gets hot.
yeah, it's nice out.
It's supposed to be a little bit of breeze today, but supposed to be pushing 80.
I like it.
Yeah. And that is perfect time for the leech bite, the hot dog days of summer basically is when we like to use leeches. When that water temp gets
He did not want to be touched.
65-ish to 65 to 75, that's Sarah and I's favorite time to put the
I tell you
leech
what, I'm gonna need the pliers
on.
just
Pliers?
because
Yeah, that's a really nice fish.
I don't want a walleye tooth in my finger.
No?
No, I'm gonna pass on that. But perfect hook set right on the top
That
there.
is a nice walleye, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna show off for us too.
Perfect. I love it.
So fun.
Leech bite, hot.
Oh, 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 oh.
There you go. Oh, whoa. That's better.
Maybe. You know, it's so hard to tell right off the bat.
Oh, those rods are,
But
they're fun to fight fish on those rods.
absolutely. Let's see if I can get a better. Oh, he does not want to come up to the
No.
sunlight. No.
Which way you
He's,
going there?
I don't know.
Look at that, that is fun. Tell you what, Eric makes some amazing sticks.
Yes, he does.
And this slip bobber rod is perfect for what we're doing. Obviously it's made for slip bobbers, but
This fish
the
wants
length
to stay
look at
under the
that
boat.
nice walleye, look at that.
That's a thick
Yes.
one. Woo!
Nice
He was not
done.
happy when he broke the surface.
Awesome
Yeah.
work. Give me some knucks.
Whew. That's a thick fish.
Yeah, I like that. Oh wow, the screen is just
Oh yeah, there are.
full.
There's a bunch there.
Phenomenal. Look at that.
Yeah, you want to talk
Right
about
in the wow.
classic hook set right
You know
there.
what? That we were talking about your rod. That has a lot to do with your rod, and that has a lot to do with using mono. We have a little bit of stretch, and that's forgiving.
You guys hear this? No compliments on my skills.
Well, it goes hand in hand. But that is a very good indicator that you're using the right equipment. When you get something hooked like that, and just a very, I mean, you were in there.
Perfect hook set.
Plus those Northland hooks we mentioned before. Look at that. Holy cow.
Beautiful.
That fish is awesome. Let's talk real quick about the rods we're using. These are Kramer custom rods. These are custom made slip bobber specific. So these are our special slip bobber rods, but they're 7'9" and it's X11 Pro Graphite series. So this really light rod. 7'9" that helps us with a further cast, that helps us better hook sets, that helps us from lobbing the bobber to our location, getting a little more precise cast, which helps. And the other really nice thing is it's got a lot of backbone in the back end of this for fighting a fish, but the tip is relatively soft for good hook sets, because the last thing, you don't really want a hard hook set on these because that'll rip that little hook out. You want to kind of just lift up and back on it, and the hook will set itself because that fish is already taking that bait quite a ways down. So having a nice little soft tip on there helps out big, and then having the bigger butt down here for fighting fish is crucial. But these rods are made for slip bobber rigs. So if you're a slip bobber guy, you need to call up Eric, have him work on one of these. Again, he custom makes every single one of them. You get whatever color you want, whatever type of handle you want. You want a cork, you want a Tennessee, he can do it. He can get your name on there. Best rods you can have, and when we're fishing technique specific stuff, it's good to have the exact rod that you need to catch fish.
Well, it can definitely make a difference over how many fish you're going to put in the boat.
Find a little tip of his head there the best you can.
My bobber's gone.
Your bobber downstairs got one right now. Go figure.
Ooh, that is, okay, I'm not even gonna put my, well,
It feels better.
do I have time to put my leech on?
I don't know. You know,
Holy cow.
it's like,
I gotta get out there. That's
it
beautiful.
feels better.
That's a beautiful thing. I love hearing that drag come out a little bit when you set the hook.
I don't have my glasses on, so
I
I
know.
can't tell. My bobber's already up here,
That's
though.
it? Well, that doesn't mean anything.
But no.
Bobber slips, babe. Slip bobber, remember? Oh, uh-oh, big fish.
Did you see it?
No, but I just like the way it looks. I'm no brain scientist.
No, no brain scientist.
No brain scientist.
But I don't have my glasses on, so
No,
I'm
I got
at
my glasses on. I'll let you know. The camera guy will let you know.
I'm at a,
Look at
what's
this.
the word
I
I'm
love
looking for?
this. A
Disadvantage. There we go. Whoa.
At least we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
is
Whoa.
awesome.
Okay. Wow.
Honey, I want you to get this fish in.
Me
Don't blow it.
too. Okay, I got a glimpse.
Did you? I have not seen. Oh, wow. Dandy, dandy, dandy. Come here, buddy.
There.
My goodness. What? Look
Yeah.
at that thing in the net. That's a cool sight right there.
Woo. And look at this.
Right in the top.
Oh, look at that. That's a nice
Nice.
fish. That's a long fish.
Wow.
So pretty.
You got fish. Set that hook. Ooh. I like that.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on
Is
here.
it a big fish?
I think it's a better,
Okay.
it's definitely not a tiny little bass. I
Okay.
can tell you that
Okay.
much.
Okay. Special is what you're telling me.
I
Oh my
think
goodness.
it's,
Keep them away from me. Going over the camera.
oh
guy.
wait, it just gave up the ghost a little bit.
That's what mine
Oh,
did too, though.
It's a walleye.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, it's got a big muskie behind it.
Oh my gosh, how big?
Big,
Another one. Oh,
big,
wow.
big.
That's a huge muskie.
Oh my gosh, it's a
Thing was
big
beautiful.
fish.
It was. Well, you got to bring the walleye to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at the muskies. Muskie.
fighting.
Yeah, now he's really fighting because the muskie's not behind him. Oh,
There. That
that
was cool.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. So fun. And that's why that walleye fought so crazy and then just like gave up because that big muskie was right behind him. But we saved his life. He owes us.
Nice fish.
He owes us a good picture.
He does owe us a picture.
Yeah.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
You got another bass?
Ooh, I don't know. This is better.
Looks a
If this
little
is
bit.
a bass, it's a nice fish. But I'm thinking that was a weird, that was like a perch or something whacking it.
Yeah? I needed to stay hydrated, so I had to drink my
you
water.
gotta have water when it's hot like this. But
Yeah.
this is staying down like a walleye, and it feels good. I mean, it feels like a big one. You gotta watch your line there, honey.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, if this is a walleye, it's a decent fish.
Have you seen it yet? It's
Yes,
a walleye.
It's a walleye. There he just realized he was hooked. Look at that fight.
He was just
Wow.
like, oh no!
Look at that rod bent over. I love this. Here he comes. This is a nice walleye right here.
Are you still working on identification?
No, I've identified it. Look at that, there she comes.
Ooh.
All right, right in the tip, I can see the hook. Nice.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That
Dandy.
fish is bigger than the net, I think. Nice work.
Oh, that is a really big walleye. I love it. Right in the top.
Look at the mouth.
Yeah, that's a big fish. Holy cow.
Ooh.
Come on off of there, buddy. You know, I pull him out, but he's got the...
Well, the bobber stuck.
don't
What do you
know.
want? You want the pliers?
Yeah, where's the pliers at?
Pliers,
I got it,
right
I got it, I
here.
got it. The fish
As soon as I
is...
say pliers.
Yeah,
Oops.
look at that. Dandy. Awesome fish right there, huh? Wow. Beautiful.
Well, yours just went under again.
See this?
Do you have a magical leech on or what? Like, our bobbers are
Oh, wow. You might want to
literally
get out of the way there. Here you go.
2 feet from each other, and Tyler's getting fish left over right and hand over fist.
Hand
and,
over fist and left over right.
Yeah, and I
No
am
trip.
just sitting here like a
Oh
dud.
my
Dun,
gosh,
dun,
look
dun.
at this. Another dandy. Can you ask for anything better?
No, this is so much fun. They're just all over
How
our
was that? Is
screen.
that a nice one?
I think it's
Pretty decent. Oh. All right. Pop out of there. Here we go. This is a nice walleye right here. Good way to end it, you think, or no?
well, as sad as I am that you get to end it with your fish. Yeah, it's a beautiful fish.
Slip bobbers produced today.
We had a awesome time using Northland Fishing Tackle slip bobbers.
Yep. Light bite slip bobbers from Northland. Produce. Easy way to fish. Puts a lot of fish in the boat.
Yes,
Relaxing way to fish.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on the Sportsman's Journal.
Badger Sportsman Magazine is the longest running outdoor magazine in the state of Wisconsin. Badger Sportsman provides you with the best information from local Wisconsin guides and professionals so you can be successful in the outdoors. Whether you're in a boat or a tree stand, Badger Sportsman Magazine is the new go-to for information on duck hunting, deer hunting, hard and soft water fishing, and more. Enjoy our product reviews, quick tips, and all of our articles on our website today.